哇！做完運動去揾啲嘢食先，啟德有咩好食咧？哇！梗係嚟長香園食呢個菠蘿包啦！
咁今晚其中一個原因，亦都係因為我哋有個酒莊嘅 representative 特登過咗嚟，係同大家介紹啲酒嘅。咁佢叫 Julian。今晚我哋每一味菜上嘅時候咧，我亦都會叫佢上嚟同大家介紹一啲酒嘅。咁當然佢講嘅要用翻英文講，唔會法文嘅。咁但係如果到時佢講完之後，大家有咩問題可以舉手，我就盡量幫大家翻譯翻啦。咁我就我請 Julie 我哋介紹第一款酒先。
Thank you very much. I wanted to say exactly the same. Sadly, I don't speak Cantonese. After 11 years living in Hong Kong, I feel very bad. Anyway, I will introduce you, little by little to our wines, starting with the first one that you just had when you came in. It's called Bordeaux 12, Bordeaux 12, as we would say in French. On the bottle, you can notice that just there's a sentence that say un nouveau style de Bordeaux, léger, fruité et facile à boire. So the translation is a new style of Bordeaux, light, fruity and easy to drink. So this is the direction that we are trying to take with this wine. Just so we talk to a bigger crowd and you have a wine that is good for aperitif, that just really open your appetite. The idea is that it's just light enough to make you hungry and then wanting to drink more of our wine. Just below you will see there's on the label you've got a painting from a gentleman called John Wine. He's a relatively famous artist who has exhibition all around the world, and Mr. Magrez was one of the person who started to sponsor him from a very early age. Welcome. And number 12 also relates to this painting. On the painting you have about 12 different colors that are being used. These are 12 chromatic colors. And if you look into the definition of chromatic, it says vibrant and vivid. So this is kind of what our wine is about. Vibrant, vivid, easy to drink, light, fresh, and so on. So this is really the idea. And then, just to reinforce the idea of number 12, we made a lot of trials, and number 12 was the good number for us to find a good blending. I really do hope you enjoy the wine. Thank you very much. And I talk to you more a little bit later on. Thank you.
請大家嚟俾幾分鐘時間，我哋就俾 Julian 去介紹而家我哋第二款配呢一個瑞士汁雞。當然唔係應該，我見大家未全部有 get 住，但係而家開始陸續上緊㗎啦。 咁我就等佢講一講我哋而家第二款Bordeaux 12嘅紅酒俾大家聽。好 ，Julian。
All right, I won't take too much of your time. I want you to enjoy the food. So we continue on Bordeaux 12, which is our latest release in terms of light, easy to drink red wine. There's one thing that I didn't emphasize is that the painting is graffitis. Graffiti, why graffiti? Because it talks to a new generation, our generation. Like the generation, we don't believe it or not, between 25 and 60. And the gentleman who does those graffiti is John Wan, and he's a gentleman that Mr. Magrez has sponsored for a very, very long time. Here you've got Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon. Why mostly Merlot? Because it makes the wine round and generous and accessible. And that's about it for this one. Now, may I please ask you to raise your glass? Raise your glass, and in French we say santé. For French from Portugal it is salut. And here it's Cambay. Cheers guys, happy Friday. Capoy. Next wine that we are having is called Lame de Pape Clément. So, Lame de Pape Clément, the word lamb, so in English it's like lamb, but you take off the P, so it's lamb. It means the spirits of Pape Clément, because it comes from our flagship winery, which is Château Pape Clément, which is mostly known for the red wine, but for the initiated people, the people who know, the white wine is really the one that everybody loves. Currently, I need to do that part. This wine is mostly only available with Oriental Pearl. Just so you know, you can't find it anywhere else in Hong Kong. Just a little, that is just a little commercial bracket. Now, what is interesting about this wine compared to the previous wine? This one we do a little bit of oak treatment, which means there's a little bit of maturation in oak barrels to give it a little bit more roundness, a little bit more creaminess, just so it matches the dish that you're having. Scrambled eggs, truffle, and satay beef. Now, usually you have red wine with beef or truffle, but with white wine is actually working surprisingly well. This vintage is 2024, so a relatively young vintage, but this is something you can keep for 5 more years very easily. Open it now or open it later, it's fine. The whole point about this wine is about generosity, and it's more of a food wine, let's say, compared to the first one. I hope you really enjoy, and thank you very much. Cheers! Oh, Cambay! Tu sais, santé! Santé!
你好，各位貴賓，歡迎嚟到長香園啊！咁啊，我都係多謝我哋東方明珠嘅食神時山，咁佢幫我哋將茶餐廳 set 一個餐，原來係可以 pairing 嘅，咁我覺得都幾好食。咁啊，今晚係第4場㗎啦。咁大家覺得好唔好食啊？食到而家係嘛？咁啊，多謝各位啦。咁啊，可以平時嚟食嘢都可以帶酒嚟嘅。帶住東方明珠嘅紅酒就免開瓶費嘅。
So the wine that you're having, before you had Lame de Pape Clément, now it's Château de Pape Clément. Château de Pape Clément White is probably the best, one of the best white wine from Bordeaux around the world, basically. It is compared to the highest quality white wine from any region that you can think of. We put a lot of attention into this wine. We produce only 50,000 bottles, which is very little. The red wine that we produce, Château Pape Clément Red, is around 500 bottles. This one is only 10%, so 50,000 bottles. Again, I want to thank Oriental Pearl because we don't open very often those bottles because they are very rare and we only open them for special customers. Technically, we prefer to sell them or we drink them at home, but we don't open them very, very often. But again, you know, Anna and Ming are very generous and they just want you to enjoy. The one that you're having right now is the 2021 vintage. For our wine, when it comes to vintage, we have all the technologies and we have everything that is needed to make great wine with any vintages. We always talk about vintage, but I think if you're really a wine lover, you buy wine from every single vintage like a library. So it tells you the story about the year that it was produced. I really hope you do enjoy this wine. Again, very great to have it open tonight, and thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. The next one that you're having is L'Âme de Papillon. So it's the brother of L'Âme de Papillon White, of course in red. So again, L'Âme means the spirit. So the spirit of Papillon, soul, the soul of the spirit. It just like gets you right here. Alright. And this one is made of Merlot again, dominant, and smooth, available, ready to drink now. And it's an introduction, Chateau Papillon, which we will have after. What is very interesting about this wine is really the fact that you get the glimpse of the next one that we're going to have, but for, let's say, a much more affordable price. So, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you drink Chateau Papillon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you drink L'Âme de Papillon. This is your everyday drink. So, again, this is the reason why this wine is a little less expensive than Chateau Papillon is because we use younger vines. So in the size we find it's a little bit more fruity, a little bit more silky, a little bit more smooth. So right now the vintage that I'm bringing is from but this is the wine that you can open now. Whatever alcohol you drink, which is what we need tonight. But you can see here the price you can do yourself. So hopefully you really enjoy it. Someday, when this one you can come back. Thank you very much. Enjoy. So the secret point that we have tonight is Chateau Rouge or Chateau Fumbaroa. I actually think I prefer the name Fumbaroa than Fumbaroa.
The bread is square.
Because that's the name here from now on. Why is it the secret wine? It's because this one is from Saint-Emilion. And the Saint-Emilion Grand Cru Classé 2017. It's again one of our wine where this is the last winery that Mr. Magrez bought in Bordeaux. So keep in mind that Mr. Magrez owns 4 Grand Cru Classés. Chateau Papillon, the flagship, Chateau Fontbroche, La Tour Carnet, and Clos Opéraguet. What is very interesting is that he managed to buy 4 chateaus in 4 different areas. And then we're going to have Chateau Papillon 2014. So you are basically drinking a wine that is 11 years old. ready to drink and ready to be bought. Exactly, ready to buy. I hope you placed a good order. I will talk to Mr. Magrez, the owner. And then I tell him, if you ever want to come to Bordeaux, if you come, I will tell him. And then he will take care of you. Alright? Another note about Chateau Patrimoine is that it's very tasty and just drink. Enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Again, I would like to say one last thing. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention for 10 more seconds. Can you please raise your glass for Oriental Pearl, Ming, Anna, Michael, Jennifer, and the whole team? Campbell! Cheers! Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice weekend.
Cheers！ 開始。Hey Julian, where's your glass? Where's your glass? There you go, yeah. I'm gonna shoot that. 喂，我翻咗嚟啦，喂。好博士。阿 Sir 我翻嚟啦，阿 Sir。係啦，係啦，係。